If you look at the scoreboard, you'd probably say this test match is perfectly balanced. Sri Lanka made 308, West Indies are 271 for 5 with just 37 runs behind. But cricket isn't played on a scoreboard. It's played in moments, momentum, pressure, all tactical battles that slowly decide who controls a test match. Today we're going beyond the numbers to answer one question: who actually won today? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Cricket with Fido Plus, and I have another video for you guys. If you haven't as yet, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time we post or upload. So eventually, here's the story. West Indies could not have asked for a better start. They won the toss, bowled first. The bowlers immediately found rhythm. Sri Lanka were under pressure inside the opening session. At that stage, West Indies had one objective: don't allow Sri Lanka to recover. But instead, Sri Lanka did exactly that. Not through attacking, not through luck, but through patience. Every partnership became slightly bigger, every session became slightly easier, and by the end of the day, Sri Lanka weren't surviving anymore, they were building. Notice something: Sri Lanka never tried to dominate West Indies, they simply refused to panic, and that's championship test match cricket. Dhananjaya's innings changed everything. Let's talk about captaincy, because leadership isn't only field settings, sometimes it's batting. When Dhananjaya walked in, West Indies had momentum, Sri Lanka looked vulnerable. Instead of trying to counter-attack, he slowed the game down. He absorbed pressure, he trusted his defense, he built partnership, and eventually turned what looked like a below-par innings into 308. That century wasn't entertaining, but it was valuable. Sometimes the most important innings are the least spectacular, and this was one of them. So then day 2 started, and West Indies answered. This is why I love Test cricket. Momentum never stays with one team for long. West Indies came out looking like a completely different batting unit. John Campbell looked comfortable, Brandon King looked patient, and they respected the new ball, left well, defended well, punished the loose deliveries, and by lunch, West Indies had reached 89 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. At that momentum, they had completely shifted pressure back on Sri Lanka. But here's where the game changed again. Sri Lanka bowlers, they stayed patient. One thing Sri Lanka can deserve enormous credit for is that they never chased wickets. They chased pressure. When Milan, when Fernando, when Dinusha, none of them produced magical deliveries every over. Instead, they kept asking the same questions. Can you make another good decision? Eventually, West Indies stopped answering. So John Campbell got out after doing the hard work. Hodge never settled. Joshua de Silva could not convert. Greaves came and went. Within one session, West Indies had gone from complete control to rebuilding again. So this might end up becoming the most important partnership of the test. Amir Jangu and Ruston Chase. No panic, no rush, no reckless cricket. Just proper test match batting. They left well, they defended straight, they rotated the strike, make Sri Lanka bowl another over and another by stumps. West Indies had moved to 271 for 5 with only 37 runs behind. That completely changed the mood inside the dressing room. Instead of Sri Lanka expecting to bowl West Indies out cheaply tomorrow, they now face a side with 2 set of batters at the crease and the possibility of conceding a first innings deficit into a lead. Who actually won day 2? Here's my verdict. The morning belonged to West Indies, but then the afternoon had then shifted to Sri Lanka. The evening then came back to West Indies. So that final unbeaten stand completely altered the psychology of the match. If Sri Lanka had taken 1 more week, everyone would be talking about Sri Lanka's dominance. Instead, West Indies walk into day 3 believing they can take a first innings lead, and that's a massive difference mentally. So tomorrow morning, it's probably the biggest session of this test match so far. If Django reaches 3 figures, West Indies could move into a healthy lead. If Sri Lanka strike early, the tourists can still restrict West Indies to around the same total. Everything now depends on the first hour in Test cricket. The first hour decides the entire day. So one thing has become very clear: neither side has been significantly better than the other. Sri Lanka have shown outstanding discipline with the ball and bat. West Indies have shown resilience after losing momentum. The team that strings together the next big partnership could take complete control of this test match. That's why day 3 feels like the turning point, not because the match will end tomorrow, but because one session could determine who spends the rest of the game playing from a position of strength. Hey everybody, this is my breakdown of the day 2. If you benefit from this video, please like, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to build this channel into something great and something better. This is Cricket with Fido Plus signing off.